I was unable to pay him child support for a child that I was caring for. I was the one taking care of his daily stuff, on top of having to pay a man child support that he's not staying with. You ain't getting shit.
If you enjoy content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more intense courtroom showdowns. Now, let's get back to the video. This one is especially heated. We've got a wild case on our hands today featuring a mother who's refusing to pay the child support that the father is legally owed. Things spiral fast. She gets seriously unhinged during the hearing, throwing a full-blown tantrum and making excuse after excuse. Meanwhile, the dad keeps it together like a champ. He stays calm and composed throughout, and even gets a boost of moral support when a few of his friends jump on the Zoom call toward the end. But here's the real twist. The mom already lost custody of her kids, though it's unclear exactly why, and now she's on the hook for over $3,000. She's doing everything she can to dodge the payment, but the judge isn't having it. This one gets messy and dramatic, fast. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And now, let's dive in and see how it all unfolds.
Has the mother made any direct payments to you for the support of the children?
No, sir.
Do you have any additional information you'd like to offer to the court as it relates to this case?
No extra information. Well, you know what? She did. My son did run away when he was in the summer of before he turned 18, and then he went to go live with his brother. So that would that's what he did, and so he's lived with his brother for I'd say about 7-8 months. I can't remember the exact time. It's been a long time.
It's been a year.
And did you agree during that time frame for the child to live with someone else?
Yeah,
No.
to live with his brother.
No.
Ms. Hagwood, no one's asking you a question right now.
And just to confirm, sir, about how long did the child live with the other sibling?
It's about 7 or 8 months, I believe. I am kind of off. Like I said, it's been a very long time.
Ma'am, can I get you to state your name for the record?
Sherry Ann Baldwin.
I'm sorry, is your last name also Hagwood?
That's my maiden name, and it's Haygood.
Haygood. Okay, thank you, ma'am. As it relates to the child support judgment, the state has calculated that you owe a total of $2,367.20 as of March 31st, 2024. I'm requesting that you pay that back at $150 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount, ma'am?
No, sir.
Explain to the court why you're not in agreement to the amount that you owe.
Well, I got a phone call.
I don't know if it's just me, but I can seriously feel the energy coming off this Sherry Hagwood woman. The judge clearly isn't too thrilled with her either. She just interrupted the guy mid-sentence, and not in a subtle way. Also, I couldn't help but laugh a little at his friend in the bottom right corner of the screen, just sitting there watching this whole thing unfold like it's a reality show. Let me know in the comments what you think so far, because personally, I find this whole situation pretty entertaining. I mean, just look at the guy's demeanor up in the top right. He's calm, collected, and clearly not hiding anything. Meanwhile, she keeps cutting him off and trying to twist the narrative. Alright, let's jump back in and see what she has to say next. This is getting interesting.
February 1st of 2022 from my oldest son, who is, Lewis isn't the father, Dylan Haygood. And he told me that my son Lewis is there. He's been thrown out. And he doesn't know what to do. So I start helping. Lewis comes over here and he's staying with me for a few weeks. He's staying with his brother. And then finally he moves in with me April 1st of 22. And he's been away from his father ever since. Me and his brother's been caring for him, his eyeglasses, his doctor's appointments, getting him to court. I have documentation from the court stating that he was with me and his brother, probation officers that are willing to whatever y'all need them to write up. But I was unable to pay him child support for a child that I was caring for.
And during that time, thank
That's
you, ma'am.
just it.
Thank you, ma'am. And during that time frame, when the child started to reside with you, did you petition the court to change the child support to reflect
Yes,
that
sir.
the child was living with you?
Yes, sir. I called y'all immediately and I emailed the court paper that I had stating that he was living with his brother. And then I went and got the lady told me to do this.
Ms. Haygood?
The whatever child support officer I spoke with told me to go file this with the courts, and it's my name is Sherry Ann Baldwin. I am the mother and the child of Luis Mendoza. He has resided with me since April 1st, 2022, and is currently residing in Johnson County. And it's signed and dated.
Again,
And
Ms.
then,
Haggard, Ms.
pardon
Haggard,
me.
the question that was asked is, did you petition the court to change the child support amount? Now, did you file a paperwork stating that the child was living with you? My question was, did you petition the court to request that the child support be changed to reflect that the child was residing with you?
Yes, sir, I did.
What's their case number, ma'am?
Well, I called y'all and told you that he was living with me and not the father. She told me to send in the paperwork that I had, so I did. And then she said she had 190 days to contact the father and that y'all would get a hold of me. And then she said that they froze the funds. And so I don't know.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm calling cap on this one. She's obviously not telling the truth. I can't tell if she's just playing dumb or if this is really how she thinks things work. But seriously, who doesn't know how child support operates? If you want to change your child support payments, not paying them isn't the move. You've got to call the court, file a motion, and get it adjusted officially. Skipping payments just racks up debt and makes you look worse in front of the judge. So I'm not sure if she's just clueless or pretending to be, but either way, it's super sketchy. I get that the dad said the kid went to live with his brother, but even then, you still have to update the court. Otherwise, you're just throwing money into a situation that legally hasn't changed, and that's on you. Right now, this whole thing just doesn't add up. Whether she's right or wrong, her story's got holes. Let's see if she says anything else that clears this up, but for now, I'm not buying it. Let's dive back in.
All right, and as it relates to the medical support, ma'am, the state has calculated that you owe a total of $849.32 as of March 31st, 2024, and requesting that you pay that back at $50 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount, ma'am?
No, sir.
And could you explain to the court why you're not in agreement to paying that amount?
Because I feel like I was the one caring for his needs. I was the one taking care of his daily stuff on top of having to pay a man child support that he's not staying with. I don't have extra money like that. I can't be taking him to the eye doctor and to appointments and feeding him and clothing him and paying him his father child support.
And just to confirm, ma'am, when you say that you're paying the father child support for a child that's residing with you, when exactly did you pay those amounts to the father?
I have documentation of every child support payment I ever made, and I have documentation of it.
And ma'am, were
And
you able to review
pardon?
the report that was provided on the screen as it relates to
I
the
couldn't
child
really
support payment?
see. I couldn't really see, but
And
I
would you like for me
stopped
to
paying
for that
after April
April of what year, ma'am?
22. I stopped paying, and that's when I went and got the documentation that he was living with me full time.
All right, we have to understand one thing. The Attorney General's office is not the court. You can ask the AG's office to do a lot of stuff. You can ask them questions. You can ask them to file something for you that might help you, but they're not the court.
I'm really loving how this judge is holding her accountable. It's about time someone called her out. Like I said before, her story just doesn't add up. They've been divorced for what, maybe 10 years now? And we're supposed to believe she just forgot she needed to contact the court to make changes to the child support agreement? Come on. If you've been dealing with this stuff for that long, you should know by now that nothing changes unless you go through the proper legal channels. It's basic. Honestly, up until now she's been sort of composed, but in this next part, just a heads up, she totally loses it. She goes off the rails, and the judge is not having it. He shuts it down real quick and puts her back in her place. Let's go ahead and finish this clip and see how it all plays out, because it's about to get wild.
If you don't file anything with the court, then it's almost like nothing ever happened, because the AG has discretion to do what they like, which means they could file something or they could not file something. They didn't file anything. Separately, what you're supposed to do is file something with the court, and nothing was ever filed with the court. I don't work for the AG's office. The judges in the courthouse don't work for the AG's office. So you can tell me all day long that you talk to the AG's office, but that's not the court. So I can't modify your order. You were responsible to modify your own order if the AG didn't want to help you, or if you wanted to do it on your own. It's very simple to do. and that hasn't happened. So you owe these arrears. It's a very small amount. You owe the full amounts that are owed. You decided not to make payments. So you owe $2,367.20, payable at $150 a month, and medical support arrears of $849.32, payable at $50 a month. If there's money on hold, then they will try to forward that towards those amounts. And then if there's any remaining balance, then those are the monthly payments. All right, y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You ain't getting shit.
Ms.
You ain't
Haygood,
getting
you want me to find you in contempt of court? Ms. Haygood, I can fine you $50 for contempt of court for cussing in my court. So please, don't act like a child. We don't need
I
that.
thought I was off. I thought I hit the button. I'm sorry.
Okay, be respectful.
Well, that was absolutely embarrassing. And honestly, I don't think she's ever going to pay that money. This case is from a while back, and I couldn't find any updates, but if I had to guess, she probably just let it default. That guy's likely never seeing a dime. That said, after watching the whole hearing, I'm not entirely sure he even deserves the full $3,000. Maybe half, sure, but based on what was said, it didn't even sound like the kid was living with him. So why that amount? Who knows? Still, that's beside the point. The real takeaway here is how out of line she was. Like, even if you're muted on Zoom, talking like that in front of a judge is just wild. And in this case, her MIC wasn't even muted, which made it all worse. The judge heard everything, and she still acted like it didn't matter. Just that little outburst alone cost her $50. And honestly, I think it should have been more. You can't just undermine the court and expect to get away with it. The way she said I'm not paying that right after the judge laid out the ruling? Totally disrespectful. Makes you wonder how she lost custody in the first place, but based on this behavior, it's not that hard to imagine. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you've got thoughts or opinions, drop them in the comments. I read every single one and I'll be replying, so don't hold back. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. I'm working hard to post as much as I can because I genuinely enjoy reacting to these wild court moments. Thanks for watching, and take care.